The immovable object that is the Safford Bulldogs met the irresistible force of the Thatcher Eagles on Friday, and the outcome was not only the game of the season in the Gila Valley, but one that is sure to be labeled as an instant classic. Safford opened up the game well as quarterback Manuel Aparicio moved his team methodically down the field. After a nice gain on a screen pass to Tevin Broadhead put the Bulldogs in business at Thatcher's 30-yard line, Corbin Brown raced in from the outside to sack Aparicio for a 10-yard loss. On fourth down, Safford attempted a fake field goal, but Quentin Turley snuffed it out, and the Bulldogs turned the ball over on downs. Thatcher couldn't capitalize, however, and went 3 and out when defensive back E.J. Estrada chased down Tyler Roebuck on a screen pass and stopped him short of a first down. On its third possession, Safford was back in business after a 19-yard run by Estrada put the Bulldogs knocking on the door at the 22-yard line. The Eagle defense held again, however, and the sure-footed Riley Despain came up just short and wide right on a 37-yard field goal attempt. The Eagles' offense then came alive as sophomore Trevin Clark took a pitch around the left side and raced all the way down to the Bulldogs' 20-yard line. Quarterback Jake Dunlap then did his best Houdini impersonation and escaped from what appeared to be a sure sack to give Thatcher a first down in the red zone. After fumbling the snap on 3rd and goal from the 1 on the first play of the second quarter, Thatcher went for it on 4th and goal from the 2, and Clark took a pitch around the right side for the game's first score. Thatcher muffed the extra point attempt, however, and led 6-0. After a Safford punt, Thatcher got the ball back again, but the Bulldogs' defense came alive and hounded Dunlap into the ground with a big sack. Safford got the ball back in good field position, and after a few plays, Estrada found a seam and ran it in from 26 yards out to become the first player to score on Thatcher this season. The ensuing extra point was good, and Safford took a 7-6 lead into halftime. Thatcher came out in the third quarter possessed and methodically worked the ball down the field. Dunlap faked a pitch and rambled his way to set up the Eagles in the red zone. After converting on 4th and 1, Dunlap got away from Gabe Ornelas and took it in from 10 yards out to put Thatcher back on top, 12-7. The 2-point conversion attempt was thwarted by Safford, however, as Clark was stopped short. After a Safford punt, the Bulldogs' defense showed its moxie, first with a nice open field tackle here by Broadhead. Then Safford forced the only turnover of the night as Brock Romero made a beautiful play on the ball and intercepted Dunlap, putting the Bulldogs back in business from midfield. Estrada then peeled off another big run, zipping 30 yards down the sideline to the 10-yard line. But oh no, the play was called back for holding. Undaunted, the Bulldogs continued to fight back, and just as the third quarter expired, Aparicio took it to the house from 10 yards out. He then took out assistant coach Mike Peterson as well on a celebratory body bump. The ensuing extra point was good, and Safford took a 14-12 lead into the fourth quarter. Thatcher once again methodically ran the ball down the field, but appeared to stall at the Safford 40 when Despain made an incredible play on the ball and tackled Clark for a 5-yard loss. That was followed up by another 5-yard loss when Roebuck mishandled a pitch. On 4th and 20 from the 50-yard line with about 7 minutes left in the game, Thatcher made the play of the night as Nate Lee took a screen pass from Dunlap down the left end of the field all the way past the first down marker and in for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion sneak by Dunlap made it 20-14 Thatcher with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left in the game. After stopping Aparicio short on 4th down, Thatcher tried to run out the game but went 3 and out instead. The ensuing punt was shanked for a net gain of only 3 yards, and Safford had one last chance. With less than 30 seconds to go in the game, Thatcher's Corbin Brown made a huge play on E.J. Estrada, knocking him back to the 22-yard line. Then Aparicio fumbled the snap. Whoop! It's all over. There's no way he can... Wait a minute. Aparicio gathered himself and hurled one up for grabs, and somehow Cameron Abil comes down with it and stretches out to the goal line. Is he in? No, they say he's just short. They've got no timeouts left. With just 5 seconds to go in the game, Safford quickly sets up its offense, and the rumbling Aparicio dives into the pile of bodies. He's in! He's in! No, wait a minute! The refs pull off the mangled hump of players, and they mark him just short. Time has expired. The Eagles are elated with the victory, and the Bulldogs are in disbelief. Thatcher remains undefeated at 3-0, and Safford falls to 2-1.
What are your thoughts on the final play there?
You don't leave the game in the hands of officials, so we can. That's nothing a testament to Thatcher for playing great defense and playing a great game.
What do you take away from this?
That we fought hard. Take away, we left some plays on the field, and again, just a great job by Thatcher playing a hard-fought game.
What about that 4th and 20 play?
That hurt. That's a knife in the heart and a screen play. We were yelling screen, and kids just didn't think once they saw a rollout, then they just completely forgot about the backside.
How is this going to help you going forward to the rest of the season?
Well, I hope it just changes, make us a hungry team again. I think we practice a little like we were a great team beating Sarita and Payson, which are good football teams, just not to the level. And our practice dipped a little bit, but nothing takes away from what Thatcher did tonight.
You know, it was just a hard-fought game. You didn't know what way it was going to go until the very end. Hats off to Safford. Both teams just battled until they couldn't battle no more. And then, you know, the rivalry game goes that way sometimes.
Take me through the 4th and 20 in the 4th quarter. What were you thinking? Everyone's saying punt. What was that about?
You know, time running out, and we had decent field position. We kind of been saving that play, so you know, it wasn't just me. We talked about it, and we thought that play might work for us, so decided to pull it out of the back pocket.
What do you think really worked for your team tonight against Safford?
Fighting, kicking, scratching, just whatever we had. Nothing really went right, but the kids fought hard anyway, so hats off to them. You know, they just worked hard.
Any thoughts on the very end of the game?
I wish it wouldn't have got down near that far, but one hell of a goal line stand, I guess. Good thing the clock ran out.
This has been John Johnson reporting from Safford for Gila Valley Central.